Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Well, I wanted to start this way because, as I've said in the past, I'm all about my sculpted capes because I like the artistry of them, and I thought I'd start this way showing that sculpted cape. I have a number of figures in my collection that are wired capes or just loose capes, but as long as I can pose them, I really don't mind, but this is my preferred choice. And this is the cape of Azrael. So I'm going to pause it and start review showing him from the front. So this is Azrael. Now, Todd McFarlane has released a lot of them, different colours and different kind of looks, comic book looks, all sorts. And the reason I elected to go for this one, he had obviously a look of Batman about him, but I like the simplicity of this colour with the red fleck on his chest. And in the past, when I posed him, I actually got some energy effects off my flash figure and put it on the sword. You won't see that tonight, but I just thought he has a lot of potential when it comes to posing him, because he's a very bulky figure. But the thing about him is that because he's got a very strong image, you can create some nice poses with him without doing too much. And I like that look. Now, I said in the past when I've actually had him in my touring videos, when he was upstairs and then he was also downstairs. If you ever watched any of the Mark Wahlberg Transformer movies, there's a segment in that film where you see the old Transformers, and they kind of have a very knightly appearance, which is a bit like this. So I always imagined this to be kind of like a Transformer look. And as I said, I like the fact that it's just kind of a basic colour with a bit of a red fleck on the chest. So that's his pose with the sword that he came with. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him with a couple of more weapons, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm not going to spend too long reviewing him. So what I've done is I've pulled a weapon out of my McFarlane's accessory pack, and I've used this weapon. I've got a couple of them with my BVS Batman, and I tend to think that big weapons probably suit big figures like this. I've got a smaller version of this weapon, but I thought the bigger you go, the better it will be. I'm only going to keep them in the one pose, which is the one knee pose. But at the end of the day, I just want to cover this character very briefly. Now, from what I understand, when I got him, I just got him because I thought I loved the look of him. But he's a guy called John Paul Valley, and he belongs to an ancient order of kind of monks stroke knights who use a similar code to Batman, where they will get criminals and mete out their own justice. And as you know, this is the guy that took over being the protector of Gotham when Batman was taken out by the mutant leader. But as Batman was in recovery, this guy upped his game and started being more violent and over the top until Batman got well enough to kick him out of Gotham. So that's him with the big weapon. I'm going to show him with a batarang. So we've got him with the batarang now. I've opened out his posing position, and there is that, a batarang, and that's actually off my Frank Miller animated version of Armored Batman. I don't pose that batarang with that figure very often. I actually got him with one of these guns, but I thought I'd just have them with this figure, just to have a look at what that looks like. But no doubt when I finish this review, I'll put him back with the sword, because I do like him with that sword. And there's a few angle shots there. Just to show you some of his dynamics. Haven't posed him, as I said, I've kept him with the one knee pose, but he does pose well for quite a bulky figure. And I'm gonna give you one more pose and then I want to call it a day. So I thought I'd get him standing up anyway, just to show you him in a basic pose with the batarang and that weapon. And I will take that batarang off him in a sec, just to show you that he can hold the weapon with both hands. But that's just a very basic pose with him. Try to create a bit of movement, as you can see in the leg area, but he's a lot more articulate than this. So let's take that batarang off him. So I've just got him holding the weapon with both hands, square on, looking up slightly towards the sky. Get a close up for you. And on the camera I used before, where the quality wasn't really there, had him battling my Hush Batman in some contact poses, and I also had my Tim Drake in there, and it looked quite good when I had them lot up against him. But I thought that's going to take a while to set up and we get too fiddly. I still got them poses in my head as a catalogue, but I just thought I'm just going to do him as a solo project today. Probably will come back to him one day and show him in some combat poses. And that's not too bad, that one. I think I'll try and combine now that weapon with his sword. So let's see what that looks like. So I'll try to jazz it up a little bit, really. Opened out his pose, because I think this will be my last one on him. But yeah, try to open out the arm position and create a bit more movement with that pose. Let's get a square on. Not too bad there. And it's not too bad from all angles. Like I said in the past, if you're shooting from all angles and the pose still looks good, you can bet it's overall a pretty good pose. And I do like that. I might try one more. In fact, I know I'm going to try one more, just to push the boundaries a little bit. Okay, let's do one more with him and see what we can achieve. Squared him on again, dropped his rifle arm, raised his sword arm. Quite like the overall look of that. I'll come out from an angle shot just to show you that. Yeah, I like that look. And in the past, when I did pose him with a weapon, funny enough, I had him holding the weapon that my Peacemaker has, that eagle gun with the silencer on it, and it looked pretty good. I should actually show you that, but I'm not going to. As I said, I quite like that pose, the square on shot. Let's go for one more, because we're in the 9-minute mark and I want to finish on 10 minutes. Rotated the top half of his body a bit more, but it's a basic pose you've just seen. But I like to see things on camera. Not too bad. Okay, let's go on the other side and see that shot. And that's not too bad. So we'll do one more then, and we'll call it a day. So that's the final one then, guys. Nothing spectacular. Square on shot again. Maybe you'd call that a poster pose. But I kept that weapon in his hand. I was just going to show him for my final one with the sword on its own. But when I repose him, he will just have the sword. And I'll take that weapon off him. And I'll put him back upstairs, where I'm currently displaying him. And yeah, as I say, he's got that kind of Transformers look about him to me from the Mark Wahlberg films. And good news for the fans, we know that they're going to reboot the Transformers, and hopefully, or if you watch the last one, the G.I. Joes will come into it. Be interesting to see how they're going to do that, but I will be looking forward to seeing that film. And my mate's got some great Transformer figures, and I did review those on my channel. And I'd say to you guys, as I always do, check out Ray Ray's collection and subscribe. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there on Azrael. He's my favourite version of Azrael. I've got nothing against the other ones. I do like the colourful ones, but I like him to be very simple in his colour application. Coming close one more time with that little red fleck on the chest. I wouldn't say that was a bat even, I don't know what the hell that is, but I do like it. And as I say, I like all the universal look of him, and he's my favourite version of Azrael, that's why I bought him. So on that note, I'll say thanks for watching the channel, and I'll see you again next time.